Humanity finally acts. The entire galaxy's strongest forces go on full alert. The galaxy was quiet, but it was not safe. Humans had lived on Earth and in nearby colonies for decades, learning about other species, watching them from afar and trying not to make trouble. Many powerful alien races ruled the stars, each stronger than the last. Humanity had stayed small, careful, and hidden, but that quiet would not last. Captain Lucas Hayes sat in the command chair of the Starship Odyssey, staring at the view screen. The vast black of space stretched before him, dotted with distant stars and tiny blinking lights. Each light was a ship, a station, or something alive out there. Lucas had been in space for over 20 years, but he had never seen anything like the readings coming in now. "Captain," Lieutenant Mason Clark said, his voice tense, "our sensors show a massive fleet moving into the outer sector. Their numbers, it's enormous. This is bigger than anything we've ever seen." Lucas leaned forward, his gray eyes narrowed. "How fast are they coming?" "Too fast," Mason said. "We don't know why, but they're closing in on human space at full speed, and they're heading straight for the colonies near Epsilon Prime." Lucas rubbed his jaw. "Alert Earth Command. Tell them we might be facing a full-scale invasion." Mason nodded and tapped the console. The ship's communication system hummed and then connected to Earth's central command. On Earth, in the tall glass towers of New York City, scientist Claire Matthews looked at the same data from a different perspective. She was not a soldier, but her work with energy fields and space phenomena had made her one of the most important minds on the planet. Claire's brown hair fell into her eyes as she stared at the holographic display in her lab. "Lucas," she said quietly, speaking into her communicator, "I've never seen energy readings like this. These ships are powered by something I can't identify. It's not like anything humans have built. If they attack, Earth could be destroyed before we even know what hit us." Lucas frowned. "We understand, Dr. Matthews, but we have to see them before they reach the colonies. I want a team ready to move out immediately." Claire sighed. She knew Lucas was right. Humanity had watched and waited for decades, afraid to act too boldly. But now there was no choice. Something enormous was coming, and humans had to face it. The Odyssey left Earth's orbit quickly. Its engines glowed blue in the vacuum of space, and the ship sliced past satellites and space stations. Lucas's team was small but skilled. Each member knew the risks. Each member had trained for moments like this, though none had imagined a fleet this massive would appear so suddenly. As the ship neared the edge of human space, the view screen filled with shapes. Alien ships, large and terrifying, moved in tight formations. Their hulls glimmered in colors Lucas had never seen before, purple, green, and silver, all swirling and changing as if alive. "Unbelievable," Mason muttered. "They're organized, too. Every movement, perfect coordination. This isn't random. They're professional. They know what they're doing." Lucas's hand hovered over the control panel. "Keep your eyes open. Scan for weaknesses. I want every piece of information we can get." Humanity cannot afford to be blind now. Meanwhile, back on Earth, news of the alien fleet reached the public. Panic began to spread. People crowded into shelters, governments issued emergency alerts, and soldiers across the planet prepared for war. But most citizens had never fought in space. Most had never faced a true galactic threat. Claire Matthews continued to work in her lab, analyzing the alien energy fields. "This is incredible," she whispered. "They have power we cannot match yet, but it moves in patterns I can study. If we understand it, maybe we can defend ourselves." Lucas and his team scanned the fleet carefully. They noted the shapes, sizes, and formations of each alien ship. Some were massive battleships, larger than any human station. Others were small, fast fighters, zipping around like deadly insects. "Captain," Mason said, "they're starting to split. A small group is moving closer to the colonies. The rest are holding back, watching us, waiting." Lucas clenched his fists. "So they're testing us. Fine, we'll show them humans are not easy prey." The team prepared a small strike mission. They would target the forward group of alien ships, hoping to slow them down and buy time for Earth to mobilize. Lucas chose a few of his best pilots, including Lieutenant Naomi Reed, a woman known for her daring maneuvers and quick thinking. Naomi climbed into her fighter, a sleek ship with adaptive shields and weapons designed for hit-and-run tactics. "Captain," she said, "I won't let them touch the colonies, I promise." Lucas nodded. "Just be smart, Naomi. We can't fight like them. We have to fight like humans." The mission began. The small human strike team approached the alien group cautiously. The alien ships seemed to notice them immediately, turning as one unit to face the humans. Lucas's heart pounded, but he stayed calm. "Remember," he said into the comm, "our advantage is unpredictability. They expect brute force. We give them strategy and surprise." Naomi's fighter darted in first, weaving between the alien ships with astonishing speed. Mason and two others followed, launching small but precise energy blasts at the enemy. The aliens fired back, their weapons cutting through space like streaks of lightning. "Hold your ground," Lucas shouted. "Do not panic." The humans moved with precision. Each strike hit a weak point, each maneuver avoided a deadly blast. Slowly, the alien ships began to show cracks in their formation. For the first time, it seemed that humans might have a chance. On Earth, Claire Matthews monitored the battle from her lab. "Incredible," she said. "They're using tactics that no alien expects. Humans are different. That unpredictability might save us." But victory was not easy. One alien ship fired a massive energy beam. Naomi's fighter twisted just in time to avoid it, but Mason's ship was hit. He ejected, floating in space, waiting for rescue. Lucas gritted his teeth. The cost of fighting was already high. "Lucas," Naomi said, "I have an opening. I can hit their main reactor if you cover me." Lucas quickly coordinated the attack. They moved together, human teamwork against alien might. Naomi's fighter struck the reactor and a massive explosion rocked the alien fleet. Smaller ships scattered in confusion. "We did it!" Mason shouted over the comm, relief in his voice. Lucas exhaled. "For now, but this is just the beginning. They'll come back stronger and with more ships. Humanity must prepare. The galaxy is waking up and we cannot hide anymore." The battle left humans both proud and fearful. Earth had never seen its people fight like this. The colonies were safe for now, but everyone knew the aliens would return. Claire Matthews continued her research late into the night. "We need to understand their energy patterns fully," she said. "If we can create defenses that will give humans a real chance in this war." Meanwhile, Lucas Hayes looked out into space, where the stars shimmered like distant fires. "The galaxy is watching," he thought. "They all think we are weak. They are about to learn that humans are strong, clever, and not afraid to fight for their home." The quiet of space had ended. Humanity had acted, and now the entire galaxy's strongest forces were on full alert. Humans had shown that even small forces, if smart and brave, could stand against giants. And somewhere in the shadows, the alien commanders watched, confused. They had never seen a species like humans before, unpredictable, bold, and dangerous in ways they could not calculate. Lucas knew one thing for sure. The real battle was just beginning, and humanity would not wait to be destroyed. They would rise, fight, and show the galaxy that humans were not weak. The stars were full of danger, but Lucas and his team felt a spark of hope. Humans had finally acted. The galaxy would never forget them. Humanity had acted. The first battle at the edge of the colonies had shown the galaxy that humans were not weak, but victory was only the beginning. Lucas Hayes knew this. Every second that passed, the alien fleets grew larger, and the galaxy's strongest races took notice. Back on Earth, command centers were filled with urgency. Screens showed alien movements across the outer sectors. Ships of the Zelari Dominion, the Vortak Collective, and smaller unknown fleets were mobilizing. Humanity had only small forces, but their courage and cleverness had given them an advantage. "Captain Hayes," said Admiral Benjamin Clark, his voice deep and steady, "your team's strike saved Epsilon Prime, but the alien presence is growing. They are sending larger fleets toward our colonies. We need a plan, and fast." Lucas leaned back in his chair, rubbing his temples. "We can't wait for them to hit first. We need to show strength before they think they can attack freely." Admiral Clark nodded. "Agreed. What do you suggest?" "We take the fight to them," Lucas said. "A preemptive strike. Small, precise, smart. Hit their supply lines, disable a few ships, and send a message that humans fight back." On Earth, Claire Matthews worked feverishly in her lab. She had been studying the alien energy signatures since the first battle. "Their shields are powered by a field we don't fully understand," she explained to Lucas via video link. "But I've identified a pattern. If we use it against them, we can disable some ships temporarily, not destroy them, just give humans a chance." Lucas smiled faintly. "Perfect. That's exactly what we need. Give us the edge without provoking full retaliation." The next day, the human fleet prepared for action. It was small, less than 100 ships. but each one was equipped with new adaptive shields and experimental weapons designed to exploit alien weaknesses. Lucas selected his best pilots, Naomi Reed, Mason Clark, and two others who had proven themselves in the previous skirmish. As they approached the alien supply convoy, tension filled the Odyssey. Every officer knew the risk. One wrong move could mean destruction, yet there was also a sense of pride. Humanity was finally showing the galaxy that they could fight back. "Remember," Lucas told the pilots, "speed, coordination, and surprise. We are humans. They expect brute force from others. We give them strategy." Naomi's fighter led the formation. Her ship glided through the darkness, silent but deadly. Lucas followed in the Odyssey, coordinating the attack. Mason piloted his fighter with steady hands, scanning for any sudden movements from the enemy. The alien convoy was larger than expected. Hundreds of ships moved in tight formations, carrying supplies, fuel, and energy cores. Lucas studied them carefully. "We don't hit the whole fleet," he said. "Just the central supply vessels. Hit them fast and vanish before they can organize a counterattack." Naomi's voice crackled over the comm. "I see an opening near the lead transport. I can get a clear shot, but I need cover." Lucas nodded. "Mason, you're with her. Keep enemy fighters away. Everyone else stay hidden until we strike." The attack began. Naomi weaved through enemy ships, her fighter small and agile compared to the massive alien vessels. Mason followed, launching precision energy pulses that disabled targeting systems on the nearest alien fighters. Claire Matthews monitored from Earth. "Good, good. Their shields are weakening exactly where we predicted. Lucas, now is the moment." Lucas gave the command. Naomi fired a focused pulse at the lead transport. The ship shuddered and exploded, sending a chain reaction that disabled several nearby vessels. Alien pilots scrambled, but the humans were already retreating, moving fast through asteroid fields and using their agility to avoid counterattacks. "Excellent work," Lucas said. "They'll remember this. We've shown them humans are clever, fast, and dangerous." The victory was celebrated across human colonies. For the first time, ordinary people believed in their species' strength. Yet Lucas and his team knew this was only the beginning. The alien races would respond, and the galaxy's strongest forces would not ignore a species that dared to fight. Back on Earth, Claire Matthews continued her research. She realized the energy signature of the alien fleets could be replicated in a defensive field. "If we can create a shield around our colonies using this energy, we might buy time for the fleet to strike when needed," she explained to Admiral Clark. Meanwhile, the alien races were in chaos. Commanders of the Zelari Dominion, Vortak Collective, and Namari Hegemony met in secret, furious at humanity's audacity. "They are too bold," said a Zelari commander, his voice sharp and cold. "They attacked without fear. They are not like the others. They cannot be calculated." A Vortak admiral shook his head. "They are reckless, yes, but their moves show intelligence. Their strategy is unpredictable. We must send scouts and spies. We cannot underestimate them." Lucas knew this would happen. Humanity had sent a message. They were not weak, but the galaxy would test them. The humans had to stay ready for anything. As the days passed, small alien patrols began to appear near human colonies. Lucas's strike teams responded quickly, using hit-and-run tactics. Naomi Reed became a legend among the humans, her daring maneuvers and quick thinking saving countless lives. Mason Clark's precise targeting disabled enemy ships without causing unnecessary destruction, proving that humans could be both smart and brave. Claire Matthews worked with engineers to deploy the first defensive energy fields around colonies. These fields were not perfect, but they could absorb small attacks and slow down larger ones. "It's a start," she said. "Every second we buy is a victory for humanity." One day, a distress call came from a distant colony near the outer edge. Alien fighters had attacked unexpectedly, and the human defenders were struggling. Lucas immediately led a squadron of ships, with Naomi and Mason among them, toward the colony. The battle was intense. Alien ships swarmed, their weapons powerful and precise. Yet human pilots used their small size, speed, and unpredictability to avoid destruction. Lucas coordinated their movements carefully, striking key enemy ships and giving the colony defenders a chance to regroup. "Keep pushing forward," Lucas shouted over the comm. "Don't let them think humans are easy prey." Naomi's fighter darted between alien vessels, disabling engines with small pulses. Mason followed, taking out a group of attackers that had broken through the outer perimeter. Slowly, the humans gained the upper hand. On Earth, Claire Matthews monitored the battle. "Their shields are holding. Humans are making a real difference," she said. By nightfall, the alien attackers retreated. The colony had survived, thanks to Lucas's leadership and the bravery of the human pilots. For the first time, humans felt that they could challenge the strongest forces in the galaxy. Lucas looked at his team, tired but proud. "We've done well today. But remember, this is only the beginning. They will return and we must be ready." Back on Earth, citizens cheered as news spread. Humanity had acted. They had shown courage, intelligence, and determination. Across the galaxy, alien races began to take notice. Humans were no longer a small, weak species. They were dangerous, clever, and unpredictable. Claire Matthews continued her research late into the night. She worked tirelessly, finding new ways to turn alien energy against them. "If we keep learning, keep improving," she thought, "humans might just survive and maybe even win." Lucas Hayes sat in the bridge of the Odyssey, staring at the stars. "The galaxy is awake," he said quietly. "They all know humans are here. They know we can fight. And they will never forget it." In the darkness of space, the alien commanders watched the human fleet with growing concern. They had underestimated humans once, and it had cost them. Now they realized that humanity was clever, dangerous, and willing to defend itself. The galaxy's strongest forces would have to be careful. Humans had struck first, and the ripple of their actions spread across the stars. Small victories had shown the galaxy a new truth. Humans were not to be ignored. They were brave, unpredictable, and capable of greatness. As Lucas prepared for the next mission, he knew the coming days would test humanity further. The alien fleets were vast and powerful, but humans had something they could not calculate: courage, creativity, and the will to survive. Humanity had taken its first steps toward proving itself. The galaxy would soon see that humans were not weak. They were a force to be reckoned with, and they were only getting stronger. The stars glimmered ahead, full of danger and opportunity. Lucas Hayes and his team were ready. Humanity had acted, and the galaxy would never be the same. Humanity's actions had sent ripples through the galaxy. Every major alien race was watching. The Zelari Dominion, the Vortak Collective, and the Nomari Hegemony all debated how to deal with a species that refused to hide. The humans had shown courage, skill, and an unpredictability that no one had expected. Captain Lucas Hayes and his team were preparing for another mission. The outer colonies had requested help again. Smaller alien patrols had been probing the borders, testing defenses, and humans could no longer wait for attacks. They had to act first. "Lucas," Lieutenant Mason Clark said, "we're getting reports of alien movements near Orion Station. It's a supply hub. If we strike there, we can slow their operations and show them humans are serious." Lucas nodded. "Good. Naomi, you lead the attack squad. Mason, cover her. Everyone else stays in reserve until we need them. Remember, precision is more important than firepower. We hit their weak points, then we vanish." Naomi Reed smiled. "Sounds like fun, Captain. Let's show them what humans can do." On Earth, Claire Matthews worked on a new device. She had been analyzing alien energy fields and had discovered a way to temporarily disrupt their shields. "This is risky," she said, "but if we use it correctly, humans can strike where they least expect it. It might buy us a real advantage in space battles." Lucas watched the monitors on the bridge of the Odyssey. "Claire, we'll need that device today. Orion Station won't wait for us. The aliens won't either." The humans moved quietly through space. Their ships were small and fast compared to the massive alien fleets, but they had one advantage: unpredictability. Human pilots did not follow patterns, and their maneuvers were difficult to anticipate. As they approached Orion Station, the humans saw the alien patrols. Dozens of fighters and transport ships moved in formation around the hub. Lucas studied them carefully. "We don't attack the entire fleet," he said. "We hit the central transport ships carrying supplies, take them out, and the rest will panic." Naomi's fighter darted forward. Mason followed, keeping enemy fighters away. The other human ships remained hidden, ready to assist if needed. Claire Matthews activated her energy disruption device remotely. Streams of alien power flickered and faltered as the device interfered with their shields. "Now, Lucas," she called. Naomi fired a focused blast at the lead transport. The ship shook violently, sparks flying across its hull, and then it exploded. Mason struck the next transport in line, sending debris into space. Alien pilots scrambled, but human ships vanished into the shadows, using the asteroid fields for cover. "Excellent work," Lucas said. "They will remember this." But the alien fleets were learning. Scanners detected more ships arriving from neighboring sectors. The humans could not stay in one place for long. Lucas ordered a retreat, guiding his squadron through a maze of asteroids and debris. Even as they withdrew, news of the strike spread across the galaxy. Humans were no longer seen as weak. Their unpredictability and bravery had earned them a reputation. Alien commanders began to discuss whether humans were reckless fools or a dangerous species that required caution. Back on Earth, Claire Matthews and her team worked tirelessly to improve the energy disruption device. "We need something stronger," she said. "If humans are going to face the galaxy's strongest forces, they need every advantage we can give them." Meanwhile, Lucas received a message from a rogue alien faction. They called themselves the Tal'Ren, a small but technologically advanced group. "We have been observing humans," the Tal'Ren envoy said. "You are bold, you are clever, we offer an alliance. Work with us and you can survive the coming conflicts." Lucas studied the message carefully. "We cannot trust everyone," he said, "but an alliance could give us an edge. I will consider it, but humans fight for themselves first." The next days were tense. Alien patrols became more frequent, and humans had to defend their colonies without overextending themselves. Lucas's teams executed hit-and-run missions, striking supply lines, disabling small groups of ships, and retreating before reinforcements arrived. Naomi Reed led a daring rescue mission to save a human colony under siege. Alien fighters had trapped the colony in a tight orbit, cutting off supplies and energy. Naomi's squadron moved in swiftly, using the energy disruption device to disable enemy shields. They struck at the alien command ship controlling the attack, creating chaos. Mason Clark piloted his fighter with precision, taking out small groups of attackers. Human forces managed to break the siege, saving hundreds of lives. The colony cheered and the story spread across human space. Humanity was no longer hiding, they were fighting back and winning small victories. Lucas watched his team return to the Odyssey. "We're doing well," he said, "but we cannot be careless. The galaxy's strongest forces are watching us. They will learn from every battle. We have to be smarter, faster, and braver." At the same time, alien commanders held secret meetings. "These humans are dangerous," said a Zelari admiral. "They strike in ways we do not expect. Their small forces defeat larger fleets. We must adapt quickly." A Vortak general added, "They are clever and bold. We cannot underestimate them. Perhaps we should try diplomacy, but I fear they would refuse any terms. They fight for themselves, not for peace." The humans were changing the galaxy's perception of them. Their courage and creativity were unmatched, even by species that had dominated the stars for centuries. Humanity had shown that strategy, determination, and teamwork could defeat superior technology. Lucas prepared for another mission. A distant sector had requested help, another colony under threat from alien patrols. Naomi Reed, Mason Clark, and other skilled pilots were ready. Claire Matthews's energy disruption device had been improved and tested, giving humans another advantage in the coming battles. The human fleet moved out once more, small but determined. They struck with speed and precision, disabling alien supply ships and rescuing colonies from certain destruction. Each mission earned humanity respect and fear in equal measure. After one particularly difficult battle, Lucas addressed his team. "You have done something no one thought possible. Humans are no longer weak. The galaxy knows we exist and we fight with courage and intelligence, but the work is not finished. The galaxy will challenge us again and we must be ready." Naomi Reed smiled, tired but proud. "I never thought humans could scare the galaxy, but we're doing it, and I like it." Mason Clark chuckled. "Careful, Naomi, let's not get overconfident. These aliens have numbers, weapons, and experience. We have our brains and courage, that's our edge." Lucas nodded. "Exactly. And we will use it. Humans are not just survivors, we are fighters. We are clever, we are unpredictable, and the galaxy will learn that the hard way." On Earth, Claire Matthews monitored energy readings and adjusted the devices to strengthen colonies' defenses. Each improvement gave humanity more confidence. "We can survive this," she told herself. "We can fight them off one step at a time." The aliens were growing concerned. Small fleets began to coordinate more carefully, and some of the galaxy's strongest forces began to move closer to human space. The threat was larger than ever, but humans were ready. Lucas looked at the stars from the Odyssey's bridge. The galaxy is waking up, he thought. They all see humans now. They see strength, bravery, and cleverness. They are watching, and they are afraid. In distant star systems, alien commanders shared reports of human strikes. They are not like any species we have faced, said a Nomori commander. They adapt quickly, think differently, and fight bravely. I did not believe it, but we must respect them, or risk defeat. Humans had started to earn a reputation as a wild card, a species that could not be predicted. Every small victory encouraged more bravery, and every rescue mission strengthened humanity's presence in space. The galaxy was beginning to see that humans were dangerous, not because of sheer power, but because of courage, teamwork, and intelligence. Lucas Hayes knew the challenges were far from over. The galaxy's strongest forces were not idle. They were learning, planning, and preparing for the next confrontation. But he also knew humanity had a secret weapon no alien fleet could calculate: the human spirit. As another day ended, Lucas gathered his team on the Odyssey. "We've shown them humans are strong," he said. "We've saved colonies, struck their fleets, and earned respect. But the real test is coming. The galaxy's largest forces are watching. Soon they will act. And we must be ready," Naomi Reed grinned. "Then let them come. Humans don't hide. We fight, we adapt, and we survive. That's who we are." Lucas looked out at the stars. The darkness was full of danger, but humans had taken their first steps into the wider galaxy as fighters. Their courage, creativity, and determination had changed the perception of every alien race that watched. Humanity was no longer weak. Humanity was a force to be reckoned with, and the galaxy was only beginning to understand that truth. The galaxy was watching. Humanity's actions over the past weeks had sent shockwaves through every corner of space. Alien commanders no longer underestimated humans. Every fleet, every patrol, every scout knew that a small species from a blue planet could strike with intelligence, precision, and courage. Captain Lucas Hayes stood on the bridge of the Odyssey, staring at the view screen. Hundreds of blips moved across the map, alien ships of every size and type. The Zelari Dominion, the Vortak Collective, and the Nomori Hegemony had finally decided to act together. Their fleets converged near a neutral sector called Ardent Hub, a region where many smaller civilizations traded and lived in peace. "They're coming," Mason Clark said, scanning the incoming fleet. "All of them. Every major power is mobilizing against us." Lucas's gray eyes narrowed. "Good, let them come. The galaxy has underestimated humans for too long. We will show them we fight, and we fight smart." Naomi Reed, leaning against the console, smirked. "I thought you said we weren't supposed to be reckless, Captain." Lucas gave a small smile. "There's being reckless and there's being bold. Humans are bold. That is what makes us dangerous." On Earth, Claire Matthews and her team were finalizing the energy field devices. They had expanded the system to protect multiple colonies and key points near Ardent Hub. The devices could now disrupt alien shields temporarily, giving humans a fighting chance against overwhelming numbers. "Lucas," Claire said via video link, "I've made the final adjustments. These fields should allow your ships to strike key targets even in the middle of their fleet. Use them wisely." Lucas nodded. "We will. Humanity does not surrender. We fight for our homes, for our people, and for every star we call ours." The human fleet, though small, was ready. The Odyssey led a squadron of fighters, strike ships, and support vessels. Each human knew the stakes. They were outnumbered, outgunned, and facing enemies that had dominated the galaxy for centuries. But they had one advantage no alien race could calculate. Humans were unpredictable, clever, and brave. As they approached Ardent Hub, the alien fleets moved in unison. Massive battleships blocked the outer sectors, while smaller fighters swarmed ahead. Lucas studied the formation carefully. "We will divide them, hit the supply ships and command vessels first, make them think humans are stronger than we are, but never let them know our full power until the time is right." Naomi Reed's voice came over the comm. "I'm ready, Captain. Let's start the show." The humans moved with precision. Naomi's fighter led a small squadron through asteroid fields and debris, approaching the alien front lines. Mason Clark and the other pilots followed, using Claire's energy disruption devices to weaken enemy shields. The first strike was sudden and devastating. Naomi fired at the command vessel controlling a cluster of Zelari fighters. The shields faltered, and the ship's systems went offline. Mason targeted the supply ships, disabling engines and sending the vessels spinning into the void. Chaos erupted among the alien forces. Smaller ships broke formation, and communication errors spread as humans moved quickly, hitting targets and vanishing before reinforcements could arrive. "Good work," Lucas said. "Keep the pressure on, don't let them regroup." Claire Matthews monitored the battle from Earth. "Their shields are failing in ways we predicted. Humans are turning the fight in their favor." But the alien fleets were large and powerful. Reinforcements arrived from all directions, and human forces began to feel the weight of numbers. One of the larger battleships fired a massive energy beam toward the human fleet. Naomi twisted her fighter to avoid it, but Mason's ship took a glancing hit, forcing him to retreat. "Captain," Mason shouted, "I'm still in the fight, but I need support." Lucas acted quickly. "Lucas, to all units, cover Mason. Push forward on the left flank and use every advantage we have. Remember, precision over brute force." The humans moved together, striking in coordinated bursts. Every attack was calculated, every movement unpredictable. Alien commanders, who had faced thousands of species over centuries, were bewildered. Humans did not fight like any species they had seen. They struck where weak points existed, moved in patterns that no one expected, and retreated before losses became significant. Meanwhile, a Talran fleet, human allies, joined the fight. Their advanced technology helped disrupt the larger alien ships further. Lucas had negotiated the alliance carefully, ensuring that humans remained in command of their own operations. The Talran ships acted as a force multiplier, giving humanity a chance to take the battle deeper into the alien formations. Naomi Reed led a daring maneuver directly into the heart of the enemy fleet. Using the energy disruption devices, she disabled several key battleships' shields, creating openings for other human ships. Explosions lit the dark void, showing the courage of humans willing to face impossible odds. Mason Clark piloted his fighter through swarms of alien ships, hitting targets that threatened the humans. His calm under pressure inspired the pilots around him. "We fight together," he said over the comm. "We are humans and we do not fall easily." The tide began to shift. The alien fleets, though massive, were confused by the humans' bold tactics and the unexpected support from their rogue allies. Command structures were failing, and their ships became vulnerable. Lucas ordered the final strike. "Focus on the central command vessels. Hit them simultaneously. This is our chance to show the galaxy that humans are not to be underestimated." Naomi and Mason coordinated their attacks, along with the rest of the human fleet. Massive explosions rocked the alien command ships. Communication grids failed, and the alien forces began to retreat. For the first time, humans had achieved a decisive victory against multiple major galactic powers simultaneously. On Earth, people cheered as news spread. Humanity had defended itself and struck the galaxy's strongest forces in one of the most significant battles in history. Lucas Hayes and his team were hailed as heroes, but they knew the war was far from over. Claire Matthews worked to enhance the energy disruption devices even further. "This is only the beginning," she said. "Humans now have a chance to hold their ground and show the galaxy we belong among the stars." Lucas gathered his team on the Odyssey. "We have done what no one thought possible," he said. "We have faced the galaxy's strongest forces and survived. We have shown courage, intelligence, and determination. Humans are no longer small or weak. The galaxy will respect us, and those who oppose us will think twice before striking again." Naomi smiled. "We've fought hard, Captain, but this is just the start. The galaxy is big and humans are clever. We will survive, adapt, and thrive." Mason nodded. "It doesn't matter how many ships they bring. Humans fight for their homes, their people, and their freedom. That is a power no alien can measure." Lucas looked out at the stars. "The galaxy is ours to explore, defend, and claim. We will not hide, we will not submit." Humanity has acted, and now the universe knows that humans are strong, dangerous, and unstoppable when they choose to rise. The alien fleets retreated, carrying with them a new understanding. Humans were no longer just a species on a small blue planet. They were a force, clever and brave, that could strike where least expected. Alien commanders debated their next steps, realizing that war with humans would be costly, unpredictable, and perhaps futile. Meanwhile, humanity's colonies celebrated. Ships returned from battles victorious, lives were saved, and humans looked to the stars with pride and hope. Earth was safe for now, but humans had learned that survival required courage, intelligence, and unity. Lucas Hayes addressed his crew one final time after the battle. Today, humans proved something important. Strength is not only in weapons or numbers. Strength is in courage, in thinking differently, and in fighting for what matters. We have shown the galaxy that humans are not to be ignored. And we will continue to rise as one species, united and unstoppable. Naomi Reed raised her fist. To humans, the galaxy should never forget us. Mason Clark smiled. We fight for every world we call home, for every life we protect. That is what makes us strong. On Earth, Claire Matthews looked up at the night sky, thinking of the stars, the ships, and the humans who had risked everything. We are small, she whispered, but we are mighty, and the universe is about to see just how powerful humans can be. The galaxy had learned a new truth. Humans were clever, brave, and unpredictable. They could survive against overwhelming odds. They could fight, win, and rise, and they would never allow themselves to be ignored again. Captain Lucas Hayes stood on the bridge of the Odyssey, watching the stars. The galaxy was vast and dangerous, but humanity had claimed its place among the stars. The strongest forces had been humbled, and respect had been earned. Humans had acted, and the universe would never forget. The stars shone brightly, full of both challenge and opportunity. Humanity's journey had only begun, but one thing was certain: the galaxy would never again see humans as weak. They were strong, clever, and fearless. And Lucas knew, as he looked at his team and the stars beyond, that humanity's story was just beginning. The universe had awakened to humans, and humans were ready to rise.